Hello, hello. So, my first opening, I'm probably going to be putting this on my Instagram and maybe YouTube if I feel like it. But today we're going to be opening the Ice Age starter deck, Magic the Gathering. I assume if you're watching this, you know what Magic cards are. This is quite an old product, I believe from the late 90s. There's nothing like massively of value here compared to like more recent sets like, Final Fantasy or something where you can get some really, really crazy stuff. This is really an opening that I'm doing because I really love the art in this set. I only started playing Magic about, properly, like just over a year and a half, 2 years ago. I did try it a couple years ago as well. So I thought it'd be really fun to open a product like this and really just enjoy the art. I've already got a couple cards from Ice Age, nothing crazy, but I really like the art of the set. So I just thought I would have a go looking through this and getting some cards that I really like. There we go. Trying my best not to completely wreck the box as I open it. So, yeah, I'm really looking at this because I really like the art of the set, as I said, and there'll be some cards in here that I probably will play. I'd love to make a sort of weird, janky Ice Age Commander deck. There's a lot of cards in this set that sort of work specifically around like snowlands and things like that. So they don't really interact with other sets at all, which is completely fine. So it means that, if I make something around this, it's going to be pretty janky, but it could be pretty fun. So it looks like it's in pretty decent condition. A well-loved bump there at the end, but I really do not mind that. So let's get this open. Definitely looks like Magic cards to me. That's a good first step. I'm going to put the box over to the side here pretty carefully. And then again, I'm going to do my best not to ruin anything as I open this. So, yeah, I really, really like the set. I find a lot of them, especially old Magic cards, the art is incredibly charming, really, really enjoyable to look at. I'm not super familiar with like the supposed pack trick for this. I mean, it's a starter deck, there's nothing absolutely crazy in it, but I believe it's like 3 cards from where the book is to put at the back. These are upside down, so I'm gonna do that. And that's probably the rares at the back, but ultimately it's not really a big deal if it isn't. Or actually, no, it should be where I am facing. Hooray, there we go. So I look at them last. So let's flip it over. What do we got first? We've got Kildorn Elite Guard. Target creature +2/+2. Pretty nice if you can bounce it as well. Vertigo. I'm going to put some of these down as well just to make it easier for me to handle. So we'll go up to the book. Vertigo, deal 2 damage to target creature with flying and they lose flying. Pretty nice. Really fun art on that as well. Pyroclasm, I believe this is one of the... Oh no, I'm thinking Pyroblast, but Pyroclasm is pretty fun too. Deals 2 damage to each creature. Okay, so it's like a really funkified lightning bolt. Findhorn Bow, target creature gains first strike. Mole Worms, you may choose not to untap it during your untap phase, and then you can tap target lands with it. Cool. Icequake, destroy target land. If that land is a snow-covered land, Icequake deals 1 damage to that land's controller. So, as I said, like these cards, quite a few of them will mention things like snow-covered lands, so they don't really play much outside of the set or outside of other sets that use snow-covered lands, but I think they're really fun, really charming. I think the art for this is really, really lovely, really pretty. So yeah, it's a bit of a personal favorite for me. I've admired the set for a while and just fancied getting something with it. Flame Spirit's really cool. This kind of reminds me of the upcoming set. Lorwyn kind of looks like an elemental card to me. Spectral Shield, target creature +0/+2, and it cannot be the target of further spells. Interesting. And then Soldevi Simulacrum. Cumulative upkeep, another one of those weirder old effects. You pay that every turn, but you can give it +1 until the end of turn by paying 1. Okay, pretty interesting. And then we've got a lovely little book there. I imagine going through some of the rules, as well as a little advertisement on the back for the old Duelist magazine. Before my time, but really nice. So I'm going to have a look through that later, but I love little things like this. I think on Arena in December, just the end of last year, they actually released some sleeves that you could get if you spent a certain amount on Arena, and I just love the pack art for Ice Age. Is so cool. Okay, now let's get on to our next set of cards. So, okay, we're onto our lands here. I really love the land art in this set. It's one of my favorite things. As I said, like, there's not much value in this set. Some of it is the lands, but nothing particularly crazy. But just like looking at the way the art is done on these lands is so nice. So snow-covered plains, forest, even the regular plains looks great. Oh. The regular plains. That's a pretty cool swamp. The plains there. Ooh, I like that swamp part as well. It's really pretty. Same again. Man, I love the mountains in Ice Age. They're so cool. Yeah, it's just something about them to me that's pretty special. Another swamp. Ooh, different mountain there. Really nice. They've got a snow-covered mountain. Lots of things in this set that care about that. An island that is snow-covered, but not snow-covered. Snow-covered plains. Swamp. Snow-covered swamp. Regular old mountain. Snow-covered mountain. Island. Another island, but with a different art this time. Pretty nice. Nice forest. I really like that art, actually. The more I look at it, the sort of red sky is really pretty. Snow-covered forest, really nice as well. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're out of our lands. I'm familiar with like some of the uncommons and rares in this set, but not all of them, so I'm not going to be calling out anything that is better than others. I'm really just going to be judging them card by card. So Incinerate deals 3 damage to target creature or player, and then no creature damage can regenerate this turn. Okay, interesting. Again, regenerate doesn't come up that much, but can come up occasionally in some Commander games with certain cards. I think most recently I've seen it with like Wolverine in Secret Lair. Meteor Shower, that art is fantastic. Deals X plus 1 damage divided any way you choose among number of target creatures and players, and it's double X and red as the cost. That's pretty nice, but really love the art for that. Really love that. Illusionary Forces, flying, and another cumulative upkeep. Love to see it. Pretty funky art there, it's sort of like goth vibe. Armor of Faith, target creature gets +1/+1. Oh, and then you can pay a white mana to give them +1 till the end of turn. Interesting. And I guess that stacks as well. Elvish Healer, can tap it to prevent 1 damage to any non-green creature or any player, or up to 2 damage to any green creature. Okay, a lot going on there. Giant Growth, I've seen this card many times in other sets, but pretty fun art actually for it. Mind Rabble, whoa, that art is absolutely bananas. I really like that. So target player chooses and discards a card from his or her hand, and you ignore this ability if they have no cards in hand, and then draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. That art is amazing though, that's like crazy. Disenchant, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Very nice. I love the sort of like classic fantasy style art here. Just something really charming about it from these older sets. That's just 1 card, yeah. Goblin Sappers, 1 in red, pay 2 red and tap. Target creature you control cannot be blocked. And then at the end of combat, you destroy that creature and Goblin Sappers, okay? Or you pay 4 red and tap. Target creature you control cannot be blocked this turn. And at the end of combat, you destroy that creature but not Goblin Sappers. Interesting. By itself, it doesn't sound that great, but I'm sure there's some shenanigans you can do with like reanimator decks and stuff, or deliberately kind of going for triggers when stuff is destroyed. That is interesting. Norrit. I don't know why, but this art is just making me laugh. I don't know, there's something just like a card just called a name and a really like sort of cheeky look from the art is great. So this is 3 in a black, but you can tap it to untap a target blue creature. And then you can also tap it to target a non-wall creature and force it to attack. If it cannot attack, you destroy it at the end of turn. Interesting. Okay, there's some funny shenanigans you could do with that. Again, you need your commander player brain, I think, to take advantage of that. Pike Knight, Pick Knight. Draw a card at the beginning of the upkeep of the turn after Pick Knight comes into play. Ooh, Dark Ritual. I know that is one of the good ones. I really love the art on this. I think if you're going to play something like Dark Ritual, this is one of the arts I would want. And it looks so good. Man, oh man. Really, really nice. I'm very pleased with that. Filgia? I'm assuming this is some sort of Nordic thing. It's an enchantment on a creature. When it comes into play, you put 4 healing counters on it, and then you can remove a healing counter to prevent 1 damage to the enchanted creature. Okay, cool. And then you can pay to put healing counters back onto it. Interesting. Interesting. Balduvian Barbarians, just a plain 3/2 with a whole lot of flavor. Delicious. World of Undoing, return target creature to the owner's hand. Return any white enchantments you own on that creature to your hand. It's a lot of like color specific effects in some of these earlier sets as well that they're not quite flexible enough in a lot of games that you're playing, especially if you're doing 4-player commander, but I think they're still really charming to see. Direwolves against banding. Everybody loves banding. Arnlott's Ascent. Cumulative upkeep 1 blue, and then you can give something flying. Okay, interesting. Cloak of Confusion. If target creature you control attacks and is not blocked, you may choose to have it deal no damage to the defending player this turn. If you do so, that player discards a card at random from his or her hand, and then nothing happens if they don't have any cards. Interesting. Interesting. Again, I'm sure there are uses for it. I'm not sure immediately what I would use it with, but pretty good art again. What have we got here? A Sky Knight. Oh my goodness. So it's a 1/1 bot. It's got banding, it's got flying, it's got first strike. I'm still not sure if anybody actually cares about banding. It is one of those things that I read multiple times and I still struggle to get my head around it. But flying and first strike, if you could enchant this up a little bit, it's okay, but obviously it's pretty expensive. It's one of these older set cards where it's not great value for what you're paying in terms of mana to get on the field, but pretty fun, and again, really lovely classic fantasy art. Oh, Artifoxes, it's so cute. Oh my god. If defending player controls any snow-covered lands, no creature with power greater than 1 may be assigned to block Artifoxes. So if I can find some really overcomplicated way of making people take snow-covered lands from me, then I can make this very difficult to block. That seems not worth it, but I love it. I love this card. I love the art of it. It's so cute. Essence Filter. Destroy all enchantments or destroy all non-white enchantments. Again, color specific there. I love the destroy all enchantments or destroy all non-white enchantments. I guess if you're playing mostly white enchantments, you're running like maybe a Selesnya deck with white-green, you could play this and protect your own white enchantments, but that's pretty fun. I don't know if that's 1 green. I guess that's okay. That's okay. Pestilence rats have power equal to the total number of other rats at play, no matter who controls them. Interesting. Again, pretty cute art. I like that rat in the back there. He's planning something. He's sort of rubbing his paws together. I love that. Ooh, Counterspell. A very, very useful card to have in any set, and pretty funky art as well. Cool. Murfiend. Oh my god, that is crazy. With Swamp Walk. Classic 3/3. Oops, not there. There we go. Death Ward, regenerate target creature. I mean, I think since they sort of redone how regenerate works, I don't think this is especially amazing, but it is an instant, so, it's not super competitive or anything, but if you wanted to play this card, I'm sure you could find a place for it. I love the art for it, it's pretty spooky. Battle Frenzy. All green creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. All non-green creatures you control to get +1 attack. That's not bad, actually. especially if you can like stack or if you've got something giving things trample. It's not great value to play, but pretty fun. Really crazy art. I love how manic the scene is there that they painted. It's really cool. Last couple of cards coming up. Deflection. Target spell, which must have a single target. Targets a new legal target of your choice. What's the flavor text? Up and down, over and through, back around, the joke's on you. I do like the flavor text on some of these older cards, man. They're really fun. They're really fun. Lost Order of Jarkels has power and toughness equal to 1 plus the number of creatures target opponent controls. Okay, can be pretty good if you've got an opponent that's kind of going really wide, lots of tokens, or if you've got a way of giving tokens to other people. If you're playing a sort of group hug deck in Commander, then you could maybe justify this. Again, don't think it's particularly competitive, but pretty fun, and pretty fun art too. I think our last card here, an Elder Druid. It's a cleric. Pay 3 and a green to tap or untap a target artifact, creature, or land. Interesting. There's a lot of elf stuff coming up in Lorwyn. I don't know how much there is around like tapping, untapping, but I feel like that's always a useful effect to have. But there you go. So that was my Ice Age starter deck with our little booklet as well. So I'm really happy with that. I absolutely adore the art in this, and I'm sure I'm going to make use of, at the very least, the snow-covered lands. But even just looking at the Dark Ritual alone, I'm so happy with that. I think that is one of the better cards you can get out of this, so I'm pretty lucky to have got that out of this when it's such a sort of random draw of the few uncommons and rares that you get in this deck. But yeah, super pleased with that. Thank you for watching, and hopefully catch you for another one. Cheers.